Hi coloring friends and welcome back to my channel. In the last few years I had always participated in the mid-year adult coloring freakout tag, which was created by Sassy Coloring, and in this video I still want to do a review of my journey, my adult coloring journey of the first half year, but I have adjusted this tag a little bit more to my needs because yeah, as I said, I did it the last couple of years and now I just wanted to have it a little bit changed, so I did that. And I will list all the questions in the info box below, so if you also want to do a review of your first half year coloring wise and you need a guide to do it, feel free to use those questions. And yeah, I was thinking about if I should tag some people, and yeah, in the end I decided yes, I will just do it. But however, there's no obligation, and if you don't feel like it, if it doesn't fit in your schedule, or no, if you don't like to do these type of videos, then there is no pressure and you don't need to do it. But I will shout out some names now and fit them on the screen. So the first one that I'm going to tag is actually Emma Colors 2020. Hi Emma. Then I want to tag Sophia Colors. I would like to tag Grumble Bunny. Another one that I would like to tag is Lucy Just Adds Colors, and also LA Colors 5. So these were 5 channels. So if you like to participate in this tag video, this review, I would love to watch your videos, and I think there are also many others that like to watch these kind of videos. So before we get started, actually, you know, I always forget to mention or to ask for your thumbs up, but you know, this helps just a little bit. So if you enjoy my content, please give me a thumbs up. So, and now let's get started. I will read out the first question, which is, did you set yourself a coloring goal for the first half year? If you count your pages, how many pages have you colored? And how was the first half year coloring wise? So this was actually 3 questions in one. Yeah, but this is kind of like the review of the first half year. So, and I have to mention that I actually made a whole video about my coloring goals for this year, and I will link it in the corner up above, just in case anybody is interested. But one of my goals was actually to focus on my 10 books to finish eventually, and I have just lying out 3 as a replacement, or, you know, just so that you have something to look at. And for this goal, I can just say, check, yes, I focus still on these books, I still enjoy them, and I most probably will do an update video for this topic. Then another big goal of mine is actually to work on my whips, so to finish started pages, and I have just lying out a few here. This is actually one of the goals that I always have. I always want to work on my whips and finish some whips, and this is just a small selection of PDF whips that I have. Obviously I have many more in books and so on, and I did finish quite a few of whips. So this is actually working quite well, and I will have, for this topic, I will have a separate video coming. Because the question is not only how many whips did I finish this year, but how many new have I added? This is quite interesting. There will come a video on its own for the whips in this month, I think, I hope. And then, you know, one of my important goals is actually that I wanted to have like 1 page colored for each week, so that in total I would have finished like 52 images when the year is over. So that's actually my big goal. So, and you know, in May, I was in a coloring slump, so I didn't really color a lot, or let's say, I hardly colored anything, like for 5 weeks or so. It was really bad because I really wasn't in the mood to color. I didn't even wanted to watch YouTube videos, hardly looking at Instagram, and I didn't even wanted to buy any coloring stuff. I was not interested in new books, any new pages, no supplies. I really was not interested in the whole coloring stuff, actually, and it worried me a little bit, have to admit it, but I actually knew that I would come back to it sooner or later. But the time when I was in this slump, it really felt like I've lost something, that there was something missing, like there was some emptiness. I have a feeling that quite a few of us colorists are going through that, this feeling right now. Some of us, my feeling is that there are some other color tubers that have this a little bit or struggle a little bit with it, but also I think other colorists. So, how do you deal with this when you have it? I luckily, found my mojo in June, beginning of June already. So I actually went on a trip at the very last days in May. And once I came back, somehow my mojo was there again, and I was looking forward to color, and I was concentrating on finishing whips to just have the feeling of accomplishment and get something done. And with every page that I finished, I was feeling more comfortable, and I just enjoyed the process. I wanted to try some nice fun mediums, like work on backgrounds and stuff. So I'm so lucky that my mojo came back. I think you can imagine. And however, luckily I managed to fulfill my goal with the amount of images that I should have colored at this point. And in total, I have colored actually 26 images in the first half year. So that is, that is not bad. That's quite good, I would say. So, and now I think we're coming to the next question. The next question is, show your favorite colored images from the first half year. Okay, let me just clean off my desk here. So I will show you 3 of my favorite images that I had colored in the first half year. And the first one that I want to share with you is from the Fantasy and Fairy Cuties by Daria Sakashoi. And it is actually Miss Rosie. Miss Rosie was a page that I really enjoyed. I did work on her with the Artex pencils and Artex markers, and as you can see, I hope you can see it, I put a lot of glittery stuff on it, like especially on the dress and so on. And I used stencils, distress ink, and all the good stuff. And I really just enjoyed to color this image here. And that's why I really like it. This one has a lot of glittery stuff, but it was just so much fun. So then I want to share 2 PDF pages with you. And the first one is this one from Anis Guerrero. I have shown this one in my completed pages video recently, because I colored this one in the second half quarter, or let's say in June, basically, when my mojo came back. And on this one, I actually was a little bit loose with my colorings, I would say. Like, there's not too much pencil coloring on this piece here, actually. Like, I did a mixed media background here with the Neocolor 2, which I watered down quite a bit and applied it very softly, and then went around a little bit more. And and then her dress was done with Inktense, for example. And then I have applied some some glittery stuff, and I really just enjoyed this process, and it was kind of quick, which always is good, especially when you come out of a coloring slump, when you just get a result quickly. Having fun and seeing a nice result, this is always good, I think. So, and then the last one that I would like to share with you is actually the Springbringer image by Christine Karen. This was one of her Patreon images, the last one that she shared actually with her Patreons. And this was also a body coloring with the lovely Cristaluna. And I think that's the reason why this is one of my favorites, because it will always remind me of my friendship with Krista. And I actually also really like how it came out. So yeah, that's that. So what is the next question? Let me check. Which is the last book? No. Question number 3 is, which is the book that you have most colored in during the first half year? And I have counted the images, and it were actually 2 books that I have colored in the most so far. And it is those 2 books here, which are both from my 10 books to complete eventually list. So that's the reason why I focused on them the most. And yeah, I'm not quite sure that I will find the images now, which I've done, but this is, for example, one that I did. But I can just give you a very quick flip. This is from this year. And yeah, maybe you will see a few finished pages. I do have a complete flip through of this book on my channel. And then on this book, I also finished like 4 images. So I think that most probably I should have maybe soonish half of it done, I hope. It's still missing quite a bit here, but I added 4 images to this book, 4 images to this book. So that was that. The next question is, which is the last book that you got and why? So the last book that I got in June, basically, it was Misographic Aviary. I always struggle to pronounce this name here. By Joseph Kattenbang. And this was actually Happy Mail, and the lovely Cristaluna got this one for me. Because, nowadays I'm actually quite into the misographic books, since they have, since the hidden objects are gone. I didn't like the hidden objects. And, the misographic books with the hidden objects, I preferred Fabiana's books. But since those hidden objects are gone, I feel like I am enjoying Joseph Kattenbang a bit more. And I can give you maybe just a little bit of a flip while I'll talk here, so that you have a little bit to look at if you like. And nowadays I actually really like the books by Joseph Kattenbang, because, I don't know, Fabiana's images have gotten a little bit strange for me. I like fantasy, but there's a limit, so to speak. However, I wanted to have this book here so badly, and I had pre-ordered it, but it didn't came. Because I don't know if you have noticed it, I think in other countries it might be similar, that Amazon don't have enough books in their stock, to bring the books to their customers. And so usually, when the book is published, here in Germany, we usually have to wait like half a year until we can finally get it done. So we will get it eventually, but it will just take too long, really too long. And Krista, she traveled to New York just for holidays, for a nice vacation, and yeah. And then she had asked what was the name of the book that I wanted so badly, and she got the book for both of us actually. So one for herself and one for me. And it's beautiful. So that's the last book that I got in June, and that was the reason why. So did you discover any new artists? So did you discover any new artists or publishing companies that you like? And here I actually have to say that that this is actually quite difficult, because I feel like the whole market is flooded with AI stuff, and I'm just not into AI. When the first AI book came and I didn't know what it was, obviously I was attracted at first glimpse until I actually took a look through the whole book and just realized that there were so many odd things and that the images all look kind of the same. So they are cute and beautiful, but just to a certain extent, because for me they look like all the same and it's just totally boring, I think, to color them. They don't have anything special about them, I think. Naja, that's my opinion, but I decided for myself that I will just stick to the artists that I know and love, because there is just not enough time to color in those anyway. So I will spend all my time just on those artists that I already know and that I already own images, and there are artists that I will always buy their stuff because it's beautiful. And there are also so many artists that are not new to me, but I hadn't had the chance to color something from them. So I would rather focus on them this year. So what is the next question? Let's have a look. What were your favorite and most used pencils, supplies, and tools? Okay. So for the pencils, it won't be a surprise. My favorite brand to use is the Prismacolor Premier pencils in combination with the Polychromos pencils. Let me just see if I have some here. So Prismacolor and Polychromos combined, I love the best or the most. And this is what I have used in the first half year the most when it comes to pencils. But for the second half year, I actually really want to focus a little bit on budget pencils. And you will know why when you see my haul. Little teaser here. Okay, and then when it comes to other supplies, I really enjoy my Ohuhu alcohol markers. I just have the skin tone set here now. For example, I do have a bigger set, which won't fit here in the screen. So I'm just showing you the skin tone set, which I really enjoy. And did you know actually that they brought out refills? That's very cool. And I can just hope that they will come to Germany as well, because I need some refills for these babies here. And then when it comes to background mediums, I really enjoy the Neocolor crayons, the water-soluble ones, so Neocolor 2. I also enjoy the soft pastels quite a bit, and of course other stuff like distress inks and gelatos, but also, like those water-soluble stuff. When it comes to glittery stuff, I really enjoy those pearl colors. So the brand isn't very important. There are pearl colors from all different brands, more expensive, more budget friendly. I like the Collier ones, but I also like Paul Ruben. There is, I think, Kuretake also, which I own. So all of this is good. And then Another thing that I really love since this year is the Mod Podge. Mod Podge Mega Glitter Palette. So this is my absolute favorite glitter glue, I think. Next to Stickles, of course. But this one I really like. So, that was for my favorites this year. Did you discover any new coloring channels? And yes, I did. I have a small list here. So, I did discover actually quite a few channels, and some I want to mention here. The first one that I want to mention is Art Journey, and I got to know this lady by Emma Colors 2020 because she had mentioned that she really enjoys her channel, and so I checked it out, and I really like this lady's personality, and yeah, I just enjoy to watch her. Then another one that I discovered for myself was Be Cozy. And maybe you know Be Cozy from Instagram, because Be Cozy always posts like the most beautiful matchstick mouse images. So of course he colors other stuff very beautiful as well. But on Instagram, I always saw her with her matchstick mouse images, and then I enjoyed them so much. And then I found out that she has a channel actually here on YouTube. However, it is a silent channel, so she doesn't talk. But I think she proves that a silent channel also can work quite good. So then the next one that I want to mention is Fuzzelfee. So Fuzzelfee, I actually also know from Instagram. She is really a stunning colorist. She colors a lot of Kirby and Misographic and just those very detailed pages. And I'm in awe with her, what she can do. It's just amazing, absolutely amazing. Unfortunately, it's a little bit silent around on her channel at the moment. I think I read that she is also in a coloring slump, so maybe there's a thing with coloring slumps at the moment, but she is awesome, and yeah, I would love to see a little bit more from her. She also has great tutorials and tips, obviously, on her channel. And then another one that I found is Sapphire Colors, and I'm not getting tired to mention this channel because I think this is my favorite new channel this year, because I'm just really so inspired by this channel, by this lady, of what she can do, her use of color palettes, and just her style. She has kind of like realistic style, but then stylized, so she uses the white gel pen a lot. But I absolutely adore her stuff, and luckily she is bringing out the video every week. So every week I get my new video. I'm always looking forward to it, and I just enjoy her so much. So, and then I want to mention a last one, and this is actually Bianca Iris. And Bianca Iris is a lady that has just started coloring recently, I would say maybe this year or maybe last year. And she just takes us with her on her coloring journey from the beginning on, shows us her first coloring steps, the first books that she gets, the first supplies that she gets. She has a very good sense for color theory, and just the use of color palettes is very nice. And yeah, I just like to follow her journey, how she starts this coloring journey. I love it. So I will link all those channels in the info box below, so check them out, say hello to them, show them some love if you don't know them, and if you know them, show them love as well, of course. So let's come to the next question. So next question: did you try any new coloring techniques, or did you follow a color along? Did you take part in body colorings? Oh, okay. I need to get some images for that. This is my folder with all the PDFs in there, and I'm looking for is here. Okay, found it. It's this one. So those images are from this book, but I first had these images as a PDF images, so that's why I have them printed. But on these images, I played with watercolors this year. So with the Kuretake watercolors. And yeah, you can see it on this image here. I mixed some yellows with pinks, and actually I quite enjoyed it. And I do like this result here. And then I also played some more with watercolors here on this image. But I have to say that this image or this background, I really don't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy as much because I just don't like the result of it. And I think, I don't know, I just don't like it very much. And yeah, but it was a try. And yeah, you know how it always is. When you don't like something, then you think, okay, I put it to the side and go to the stuff that works. But I need to play more with watercolors at some point, and Sapphire Colors actually is a good inspiration for that because she uses watercolors quite a bit, and hopefully, yeah, I can get better with her videos, hopefully. Then let me show you actually. So I didn't follow any color alongs, but I did follow a tutorial, and this tutorial was by Sapphire Colors. And it was a cloud tutorial, and it was this cloud, yeah, those clouds here with the Castle Art Gold pencils. And yeah, so I just liked the outcome on her image, and she had a tutorial to offer, so I just followed it. So this is what I followed this year when it comes to tutorials. And when it comes to body colorings, I can just again show you this image. This was a body coloring with the lovely Krista Luna, so, but we already talked about this, so that's okay. And we already talked about the Enchanted Faces group. Maybe, if you like, I can share the images for this month with you. So, yeah, as I mentioned, I'm in this body coloring group, and the pages for July are, let me see if I can find them. I think it's so difficult. So the pages for July is this image here, which I have already colored. So if you want to color also some Enchanted Faces images, yeah, you can color this one if you haven't done it so far. Then we also have 3 picks this month, and the images were chosen by Erica from Elm Colors. So this is another one that we can do for this month. It's a beautiful one. So this one is still uncolored in my book, so I should go for this one, I guess. And then the third one is actually this one, which I also already have colored. So these are the 3 images for July for the Enchanted Faces body coloring group. So if you like, just turn in, you know. So, and that was, I think, question number 8. So now we actually have a nice one, which is your most anticipated coloring book, which will be released in the second half year. And I have actually 2 that I'm looking forward to. And the first one is Creative Haven Autumn Harvest by Teresa Goodrich. So I decided not to buy every book by Teresa by now, but I do really like the autumn and Christmas one still. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this Autumn Harvest coloring book by Teresa Goodrich. And then the second one that I'm very much looking forward to is Mythographic Fairy Wonderland by Fabiana Atanasio. And yeah, I hope I won't be disappointed with this one again. I was a little bit disappointed with the Deep Blue, to be honest. Somehow with every flip that I watched, I liked it better. But I had already cancelled my pre-order of it because At first, when I first saw it, I think I just liked like 2 pages. I looked another flip through, then I liked 3 images, and with every flip through that I watched, I liked them more images, but it is just not my favorite. So, but I have great hopes for this Fairy Wonderland. So, however, the next question is, oh, do you have any regrets? So I have regrets. I will show you. So this is a book that I regret buying, not because it is a bad book. It's a very nice book, good book. It's Blütentraum by Anastasia Selinger, and it's a German author, and but it's basically more or less like a flower coloring book, and I'm not really a flower colorist, to be honest. I do have a few books with flowers, and if I want to color flowers, I will grab one of those. And I really don't know why I got this one. This one reminds me quite a bit of Johanna Basford, and I'm really not a Johanna Basford colorist, so I do like her newer books. Her newer books I like much more, and her flower book I also really enjoyed. I never bought it though. I just enjoy watching other people's colorings, but I don't know why I bought this one, because I'm really not so big into flower coloring. So this one is one that I do regret. But that's all. That were all the questions. My review is done. I just think that I should have mixed the 2 last questions so that we could end this video with something positive. Yeah, you know. That's all for my mid-year adult coloring review tag. I hope you enjoyed this type of video. If you want to tell me something about your coloring journey the first half year, leave me a comment. Don't forget to take a look at my plans videos. So all the coloring plans that I have for the next quarter. My bag is full with books. I will link it somewhere there, so check it out. And so that's all. Bye everyone. Hope I see you in my next video.